means we've gone
Namanda, 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 namanda.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen Kato, and I'd like to thank you for attending this morning's Dharma Family Service scholarship presentation and awards ceremony for our high school seniors. So we're very excited to have everyone here today. We will begin the service with a moment of quiet sitting. Our minister's assistant, Tara, will strike the bell, and we will sit for 1 or 2 minutes to quiet our minds and prepare to hear the Dharma. Then she will strike the bell again, and we will continue with the service. Thank you.
Namanda, 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 namanda. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, namanda, namanda.
Tara will now chant the Jusege, which is on page 93 of the larger purple service book.
Namanda, 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 namanda. 주주키 엔코온 푸겐 이슈카이 호조 호세쿠로쿠호 조다이슈주 세포시시쿠 구요이살푸 구소쿠슈토쿠혼 가네시츠조만 토쿠이산가요 녀북스무게치 스라츠미푸쇼 강가쿠에리 도시사이쇼손 시간야코가 다이세노 칸도 오쿠쇼텐니 도치묘케 Namanda, 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 Namanda.
So please rise if you are able to follow along with the Gatha Returning Home, which is on page 210 of the larger purple service book. And please remain standing for the Golden Chain 2, which is on page 15. Thank you. So page 15 of the large service book is Golden Chain. Golden Chain 2. I am a link in the Buddha's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will try to be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will try to think pure and beautiful thoughts, to say pure and beautiful words, and to do pure and beautiful deeds, knowing that on what I do now depends not only my happiness or unhappiness, but also that of others. Every link in the Buddha's golden chain of love become bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. You may be seated. We will now have a scholarship presentation by Takashi Nagaido.
Okay, good morning, everybody. Each year, Berkeley Buddhist Temple, forgive me, I'm going to read I have a script, so I just want to make sure I stay on track here. The Berkeley Buddhist Temple allots funds to support the post-secondary education goals for the youth of our members. The scholarship committee, consisting of me and the esteemed Wayne Sugihara and the incomparable Ron Hiraga, review the applications from the candidates. The application itself asks for candidates to discuss their achievements not only here at the temple, but also within organizations in our greater community. Thanks to these parties from the temple as they helped make this possible. First, of course, to the Dharma School teachers and staff as they helped guide these students for all of these years. To the administration, to Rumi-san, for helping to coordinate this process. And of course, to the board for providing the funds that allow us to provide these awards. This year, we are fortunate to have 3 candidates who came forth. I won't ask you to stand, it's okay. Each candidate demonstrated extensive involvement in so many activities, with all of them being perennial attendees to the services here, to Dharma School, being participants in junior YBA, and then outside of the temple, they all demonstrated exemplary, stellar academic records. So the first is Sean. One thing, I wanted to kind of outline some of the things that they showed us within their applications. Sean, he helped obviously with our live stream many times here at the temple. He also played baseball for El Cerrito High School, coached summer ball, and also was involved in umpiring for the El Cerrito Youth Baseball League. Ty, he participated in multiple sports, lacrosse, cross country, and also is obtaining a certification with the National Registry of Emergency Medical Technicians. And then Tegan played golf at Albany, culminating in her being team captain, and then also had an extensive interest in art, and also participated with Habitat for Humanity. What was really striking was the I saw this, there was kind of a theme in the goals that each one of these candidates had. Sean plans to study psychology, to become a therapist. No, we're not going to hold you guys to this. Don't worry, we're not going to come back later and ask for our money back or anything if you don't do this. Ty plans to study public health to use his certification to work with emergency services. And then Tegan plans to engage in the study of sciences to help her become a pharmacist. Now, all of these fields, what we see these candidates doing is that they all want to directly help people. And I think it is really refreshing to see that our youth, having those desires to help improve our world really, kind of sets us more at ease, right? And so I'd just like to say, thank you to the 3 candidates and congratulations on these awards. And, we're very thankful to have been able to watch you grow for all these years.
Thank you. After a few more presentations, we'll have the seniors come up and we'll be taking some pictures, and your scholarships are in a package of things that we'll give you. Now I'd like to ask Reverend Kuwahara to come up and give a little talk.
Good morning, everyone. So, according to the temple schedule calendar, today is the last day of Dharma school for this school year. And no, thank you. That's great. So, since last September, we have had Dharma school almost every Sunday, and I know it is not always easy to come Sunday mornings. So, thank you for your, for continuing to attend throughout the year. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much, Dharma School student. And then you are the student of Dharma School, but who else is needed in the classroom? Teachers, yes. ありがとうございます。That's right, teachers. So if there are only students, there is no Dharma School. Dharma School exists because we have Dharma School teachers. So students and the teachers, that's how classes are possible, right? So interdependent. So I'd like to express my deep appreciation to all our Dharma School teachers. First, ありがとうございました. Thank you very much. And then even with their busy schedules, Dharma School teachers, they spend the time and energy preparing many different Dharma activities for you, to study Dharma every week. And I would also like to thank your parents or grandparents, right? They work hard to bring you to Dharma school. Sometimes you say no, thank you, but because of their support, you can come here. So without their support, help, many of you wouldn't be able to come here. And then there are many other people who support our Dharma school as well. Rumiko-san in the office, and then monthly Toban group to feed us after the service. And then board members, right, all work hard the scenes, behind the scenes, right, so that the temple can be open and then Sunday service can be held each week. So in our everyday lives, there are many things that we do not notice. There are many people whose efforts we sometimes, we may overlook. But when we learn to see the, bigger picture, right, and then we begin to notice how many people support us. So when we notice those things, we naturally can cultivate our gratitude, right? Cultivate our gratitude. And then we may also reflect upon ourselves, and then, or we may develop sense of responsibility, how much people support my life. So those are very important qualities for living a good life, better life. So the Buddha, we have Amida Buddha here, or Shakyamuni Buddha. So we are here as a Buddhist, listen to the Buddha's guidance teaching. And the Buddha wishes for us to see life in this way. the Buddha hopes that we will learn to see, bigger picture, a broader perspective, and then notice what we have overlooked. And we develop gratitude, reflection, responsibility, and so forth, or kindness, compassion. So through these things, we can live better and more meaningful lives. So in other words, listen to the Buddha's teaching, Buddha Dharma, and then learning at the Dharma school help our lives grow in positive direction, better way, together with, Buddha's wish for us. So Tai, Sean, and Tigran, congratulations on your graduation, completion of the Dharma school for many years. But even after you graduate from Dharma school, of course, you are more than welcome to come back anytime and then attend, service. This is, part of your, family, bigger, community. And then wherever you go, whenever it is, please continue to live a life with Buddha Dharma, with Amida Buddha. And then, this, wonderful Sangha members. And then for other Dharma school students, summer break is about to begin. So this is the last Sunday service, last Sunday school. Do you miss Dharma school? Some people yes, some people no. Enjoy your Sunday morning. But please enjoy your summer break, and then I look forward to seeing you again September 13th, which is the first day of the next Dharma school year. Okay? ありがとうございました。Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sensei. A lovely presentation from Takashi and from Sensei, kind of honoring our students. And so now I would like to say just a few words about each student, and then they will come up and introduce themselves. And then we will give you your package of goodies. So first I have Sean Lyon. I'm going in alphabetical order, you guys. Sean is not a person of many words, except when he's talking to Tai, and then there's a lot of chit chatter going on. Sean is very thoughtful. And it's been really nice to get to know him in his senior year, where I feel like he's really sharing more in class this year. So it's been very good. He's also helpful in that he never needs to be asked to do things. He sees what needs to be done, and he just pitches in and does that. That's a real skill in life, and very much appreciated. So, Sean, if you would oshoko, and then I'll have you introduce yourself, and then the list is here.
Hi, my name is Sean, obviously. I went to El Cerrito High School. One of my favorite memories of BBT, definitely like as a little kid, going to bazaars, playing the games, winning prizes, and eating all the good food. One of my favorite songs, I'd say, I really like K-pop, so maybe a song by Twice, Feel Special, if you know it. One of my favorite foods, I'd say definitely cheeseburgers. Maybe ramen too. My favorite movie is definitely Star Wars, Revenge of the Sith. Or honestly, all the Star Wars movies, except for the sequels. And my plans after graduation are I'm gonna go to Santa Cruz.
So on behalf of the BCA and the Berkeley Buddhist Temple Dharma Schools, we have a certificate here, your scholarship, a gift from Dharma School, and a little card from me. Okay, so next we have Ty Manning. A couple words about Ty. Ty is very caring. He always wants to help and contribute, and with a little bit of guidelines, he just jumps in there and does a fantastic job. He's very charming, and I think he underestimates how articulate he really is. So with no further ado, I will have Ty come up and Oshoko.
Hi, my name's Ty Manning. I go to Berkeley High School. Go Jackets, yeah. I'm not concussed anymore, so I'll be able to speak better this time. My favorite BBT memory is probably going to camping every year, and I think we just made so many memories until I couldn't go anymore because I got busy with lacrosse and stuff. But when I was young, there was just so many great memories from camping that I loved. Favorite song is probably Purple Rain by Prince. That has to be my number one. Favorite foods, this is really specific, but the chili cheese dog from Smokehouse has got to be my favorite food. Favorite movie or book? It's probably some horror movie that I watched with my friends at some point, like Scream, something not like crazy scary, but still kind of fun. And then after graduation, I plan to go to Cal Poly SLO and study public health. Hopefully work part-time as an EMT. Thank you.
Okay, and next we have Tegan Nagafuji. Tegan, few things about Tegan. Very kind and helpful. It's truly a pleasure to have her in class. She's very easygoing, positive, and always smiling. She also is a natural leader, and she can organize teenagers. You all know how hard that is, right? She's contributing her time in volunteering for all of our activities, and here at BBT, and also Bay District. And if she can't volunteer, she gets Parker to do it. So it's really great. She's also very insightful and thoughtful, and she seems to see a bigger picture of things in life, which is unusual for a person of her age. So, thank you, Tegan. Please come. Oh, Shoko.
Hi everyone, I'm Tegan Nagafuji. I'm graduating from Albany High School in 5 days. Crazy. One of my favorite BBT memories is, when I was brainstorming, I was thinking of the Halloween party, and I really liked the animal show. But then when Sean and Ty went up, I was like, oh, also those two. So maybe just everything. A favorite song I have, I really like Maggie Rogers. If you haven't heard of her, you should listen, and probably just all of her songs. A favorite food, I really like when my mom makes me grilled cheese. And then a favorite book I read this year in English class, it was Pachinko. I really liked it. So good. And then my plans after graduation, I'm still on wait list, but I will be studying biochem, so wherever it takes me. Thank you.
Okay, and so now I'm going to pass over to Stacy Ueda Hill, who has a presentation that she's put together that really takes a lot of work. So thank you, Stacy.
Right. So good morning, everyone. Yay. So it's my pleasure to just do this does not do true service to how amazing and awesome our three seniors are, but it's just a little expression of our love for them and the joy we feel when they come here to BBT and help us create this wonderful community. So hats off to you three. We're so proud of you. We feel like we have watched you grow up. And it's just always so moving every year to send all of our young adults into the world. So that's not quite complete. Hold on. There we go. Our graduation service today, we are, as we said, congratulating you. And let's begin. Almost review here. All right. So we all know Sean. Yes, he is graduating from El Cerrito High, and he is the wonderful child of Tina Iwasaki and David Lyon. And so I really want you to get a lot of use out of those noisemakers and pom-poms, so please give a cheer right now. All right. Woo! Okay. All right. Okay, and of course next, Tegan Nagafuji, graduating from Albany High. Her wonderful parents are Lucy Ravello and Jeff Nagafuji. Yay! Special shout out for Tegan. Tegan was my 8th grade English and history student at Albany Middle School and was a delightful student in that classroom too. So just so proud of her. Okay. And last but certainly not least, Ty Manning, graduating from Berkeley High, the wonderful child of Julie Kono Manning and Ron Manning. Yay! All right. So the next part's a little superlative. So, yeah. For many years, I did the yearbook at my middle school, at Willard Middle School, and so I just love this part. Here we go. Okay, here's Sean. Sean is most helpful BBT camping trip kid, also most likely to be thinking about sports. Go, Sean! Hey, oh, it's so cute. Tegan, best leadership, as you have heard, and most likely to be spotted at any junior YBA event. Woo! And Ty Manning, our friendliest graduate and best school fundraiser sales pitches. Yes. Woo! And we'd like to take this opportunity to do an extra special congratulations for another graduate here at BBT this year is our own Reverend Dr. C.J. Dunford. The large picture on the top is Reverend C.J. Receiving their diploma at the Pacific School of Religion commencement ceremony. And the bottom photo is of Reverend CJ with their nanny and pawpaw. Yeah, really cute. So, congratulations, Reverend CJ. And that's all. So, if you can just all join me in Gasho, just to congratulate our 3 wonderful graduates. Namo Amidabats. Namo Amidabats. Namo Amidabats. All right, congratulations, you 3. Okay.
Phew. That's, there's always a lot of things going on there. Let's see. I just want to also second what Sensei has said. Thank you to all the families that brought the parents and grandparents and siblings that all had to get into the car and come to service and Dharma school every week. Thank you so much. Also, this class, I think it's an amazing class in that all previous and current Dharma school teachers you have experience. So Mimi and Irene and Joyce and me and Akemi and Danny, you've had a lot of teachers over the years. Also, I think it's interesting, I think that you all were born and went to services with Reverend Matsumoto, Reverend Shibata, Reverend Kuahara, and Reverend CJ, and all of our wonderful ministers' assistants. So I just want to acknowledge all that learning that you have experienced through so many different avenues. And also, really importantly, as I reflect upon our students, thank you to the Sangha, because I think it's the Sangha that really demonstrates the values of Buddhism, and you learn so much by just watching. And so I really thank everybody for this whole village for raising these kids in our own little way. Let's see, what's my note here? Oh, yeah. And now with my bazaar hat on, I really want to encourage you to come back to the temple. This is another home for you, and especially when life gets difficult. And that is very likely in college. You're going to have some moments like that. So please come back and please visit us, tell us your stories, the good and the bad, and we'll look forward. We'll really, really, really look forward to that. Okay, that is the end of the Dharma School presentation. So now, please rise if you're able to follow along with the Gatha, the middle path, which is on page 188 of the Big Purple Service Book. Thank you for the gathas and singing. You may be seated. We would now like to welcome any new guests. I don't have any notes of anyone, but please wave and smile, and we'll wave and smile back if you're new to service. And I will now read the announcements that have been submitted. The Ohara School of Ikebana exhibition is today at the JSC until 4:30. Please stop by if you're able to enjoy the Ohara-style Ikebana arrangements. There is online meditation and discussion. It is on Wednesday, June 3rd at 7 p.m. Please sign up on the website. There is a BBT Dharma monthly online study session on Thursday, June 18th at 6:30, and the topic is Amida Buddha 3, the 48 Vows. The sign-up link is also on the website. And next week, for the Jodo Shinshu Center parking will be available. Please come before from 9 to 9:30. The gates will close at 9:30. And looks like we have a few more announcements.
Hi everyone, I'm Tara. I share her pronouns, and I wanted to share next Saturday, June 6th at 2 p.m. in San Francisco, Japantown, at where the Torii Gate is, where kind of in front of where Ben Kyoto used to be. We're going to be having our 5th annual Raise the Pride flag in SF Japantown. This year's theme is Queer Sanctuary, and we're going to be having taiko and drag, and we're also going to have speakers. And this year we're honoring Marcia Izumi, who's the founder of Okairi. And so, yeah, if you all would like to join us, 2 p.m. In Japantown, and then we're going to walk to Konko to raise the flag, because right now Peace Plaza is under construction. And then if you'd like to join Okairi NorCal with a potluck afterwards, that'll be at the Japanese Cultural and Community Center of Northern California. So, yeah, hope to see you there. Thank you.
Morning, everyone. I'm Dwayne Yamasaki, and here a plug-in for Sangha basketball again. So, anybody interested, kids from kindergarten on up, temple members and Dharma school members, please express your interest and sign up at basketball at berkeleybuddhisttemple.org. And I hope to have registration going in July. We'll start practice sometime in September. Our league starts in December through February. So looking forward to it. So go Sangha!
I'm Joy Soishi, and just a quick plug that if anyone is interested in Chanoyu or the Way of Tea, we'll be having a workshop on July 19th. It's in the weekly email blast, so just let us know. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Eiko Nishida. I'm a visual artist. After the service, I'm attending at Bay Area Book Fair just around the corner, and I'm exhibiting my finger food art series, which I started 2008 in Tokyo. It's one of my lifelong projects. I'm having a table with my publisher's friends at table 99. It's between Shattuck and Oxford and Alston. If you turn a corner, the Target and the FedEx, you see our table. Thank you so much.
Okay, that is concluding our service today. but I was going to ask the high school seniors to come to the front with Reverend Kuahara, and we're going to take a picture. And Takashi, could you also join? And Rumi is graciously going to take our picture. Dozo. Let's do one with, we'll do a series, but you guys will come up. Yeah, get ready, you guys. We'll be there for a second. Yeah, we'll do this one, and then we'll bring Takashi in. Yeah, exactly. Okay, and now with Takashi, Sensei, please stay. Yeah, just. Okay, and then last one with Dharma school teachers. Is that good? Okay, so, and now, sorry. Now the students will be dismissed to their classes. High school class, can you guys stand here and greet everyone? So Dharma school students, please go to the front and Oshoko. And all others are invited to remain for the adult Dharma talk.
congratulations. Ho. Ho. あれ Okay. Thank you everyone for attending today's service. I would like to begin my Dharma message reading this passage, how to listen to a Dharma message as usual. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. How to listen to a Dharma message. I listen as if I were hearing the Dharma for the first time. I listen as if the teaching was spoken just for me. I listen as if this were my last opportunity to hear the Dharma. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Naman Butsu. Naman Butsu. Naman Butsu. Naman Butsu. Okay. Again, congratulations on the graduation for seniors. We have a wonderful 3 seniors, and then Karen Sensei, she was right. Attending BBT for many years, I think those 3 graduates, they kind of experience different ministers and then different Dharma school teachers. So it's wonderful to receive the guidance from so many different reverends and teachers. And then also as a result of many years of attendance to the Dharma school, they got a scholarship and a wonderful gift. It's worth to continue to attend the Dharma school. Of course, they receive a spiritual kind of nourishment to kind of develop internally. So maybe before I read this, let me go jump on to this first. So since we have a kind of short speech words from the 3 graduates today. But 4 weeks ago, at the Berkeley Buddhist Temple, we had a Parent Day service. And then the time we invite seniors to, address a speech, kind of showing their appreciation, gratitude to their parents. And then I love those speeches every year. And it's very, nice. And then, sometimes, adults sitting here, tears, especially parents. So I have 3 boys. Takato is done. And then Eito, second-san, is next year. He's right now junior at the Berkeley High. So next year, I may be the one who shed tears, listening, hopefully, listening to his nice, message. But anyway, so May 10th, we had a wonderful speeches showing their appreciation to parents. If you are interested, miss the service, you go to YouTube and then Berkeley Buddhist Temple. You can find our temple channel. And then we have a weekly service on our YouTube channel. You can check those speeches. I took some, words from their speeches. So Tigran, she delivered wonderful speeches. And then since this is a part of my Dharma message, I kind of took some parts, their words, related to Dharma or Dharma lessons. So her, I felt, I saw she was expressing her gratitude. Thank you to parents, and then sister, and then how wonderful it is for the family get together. And then, but saying so, it is true. Everything is constantly changing, especially graduating from high school, and then moving forward to the next step is a kind of usually big change. So that's why she mentioned the teaching of impermanence. So teaching of impermanence is not just talking, not kind of pessimistically talking about ending things, but because of the ending. So that's why how we should cherish each precious moment. That is the message, kind of practical message from Shakyamuni Buddha in this, teaching truth of impermanence, right? Sean also he expressed his gratitude, appreciation to the parents, and had a father, mother, and then the balloon story was a kind of interesting episode about him. And so maybe this part kind of I paid attention to. I wouldn't be the same person today I am without both of you. So to me, this is like a non-self, the teaching of non-self in Buddhism. So according to Buddhist teaching, no Atman, no fixed nature, no fixed meaning. Everything is kind of flexible, open to any interpretation meaning, right? Flexibility, right? So depending on, what kind of influence, guidance, and the information, friends, teachers we receive or we encounter, then each of you, who you are, is a result of all those causes and conditions, right? So if you encounter different friends, if you encounter different, teachers, books, movies, education, then you would be the kind of totally different person. So in other words, we don't carry any fixed I, me, and then depending on the causes of the conditions, kind of everything can, flexibly changes its meaning. That is kind of meaning the teaching of non-self. So in other words, depending on how we give value, depending on how we give meaning, how we interpret the situation, then our world is totally different. So dependent origination. And then Thai. So his message speech is really interesting and funny. But this word is really nice. My mom, my dad, my grandma. And so today I appreciate Stacy to use the picture with his grandfather. So Gordon was in the slide short picture with Thai. So Thai said, always do a lot of things for me, but never ask for anything in return. So Dharma school at the temple, we learn six parameters. There are 6 essential practices for Buddhists, especially Mahayana Buddhist tradition. And then dana is the selfless giving, right? So maybe, I can connect his words with dana, and then also listening to his words, Amida Buddha's compassion, Amida Buddha's guidance. This Buddha tirelessly working hard to calling, sending, messages, guidance to each of us without asking, expecting any kind of anything in return. But anyway, so I think those 3 graduates attending Dharma school for many years, and then that's how they received Buddhist education. Of course, practically, they attended, joined the temple camping or helping a bazaar. But I believe receiving a Dharma education, they got something, built up within, themselves spiritually with the guidance of the Dharma. So this is I'm now going into my Dharma message for today. And then this is the quote from Venerable Shinran, founder of our school, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, for my Dharma message today. So I'm going to read this hymn poem. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gasho. Those who reach the pure land of tranquility return to this samsaric world of 5 defilements, where, like the Buddha Shakyamuni, they benefit sentient beings without limit. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. So today is a graduation service. We are celebrating. It's nice to other Dharma school students kind of cheering up. Hooray! That's a nice service today. But speaking of graduation, 2 weeks ago, a week ago, we had a IBS Institute of Buddhist Studies, which is a graduate school, and then originated from this place. IBS used to be located here. And now moved to Jodo Shinshu Center, next the education building next to us. And then IBS had a commencement May 21st. And then we had several graduate students who completed their master's and then certificate program. And then we had a big celebration. And then this is black and white picture, Hiroshima University graduation in March 1997. And then this is me, almost 30 years ago. This is when I graduated from, finished my undergraduate. And that time, I was studying education. So those are my, friends, Department of English Education. So most of them now being English teachers in Japan. I kind of off the track. Many of my friends, they are now teaching at school, but now I'm here sharing the Dharma here in the United States. But so almost 30 years ago, I had a graduation from university. So graduation and a commencement. So my understanding of English words, English term of those two, graduation, commencement, something, we finish, complete, or end of school, some academic achievement, or kind of, to me, my impression, understanding was kind of something in the past, or maybe kind of ending something. Ending school is the meaning of those, words. But when we look into computer or maybe, dictionary, then we can, go back the origin. What is the original meaning of those words? And then, of course, many, most English terms had a background Latin words. And then graduation, meaning the step, more like a step forward, moving forward, is the original meaning of graduation. And then also commencement is to begin, to start something new, something different. So graduation, commencement, different from my original kind of image or understanding. My understanding is something past, kind of meaning end. But the original meaning of graduation, commencement is kind of moving forward to start something. So something about the future is the original meaning of graduation and then commencement. So my third youngest son, Hiroto, he goes to Willard Middle School right now, but next week he has a graduation, and then move on to another school in Berkeley High. So he will finish, graduate from Willard Middle School, and then with the graduation, he kind of start a new life as a high school. So graduation, in one sense, is a completion or end of his life at the middle school or life of a middle school student. That is one meaning of graduation. But as you can see, this transition movement. So then this graduation has also another aspect or another meaning of start of a new life as a high school student. So graduation, in one sense, it's end. But another meaning is start. So this thing has a kind of two aspects. So then, my graduation to me, it's kind of end and the start, kind of inseparable things. It's kind of two sides of one like a paper or poem. So August 2003, that's when I and Hitomi-san moved from Japan to the United States to attend IBS. And then that's time is the kind of end, I don't know, end or maybe kind of finishing my life in Japan. And then that day landing, coming to the United States is a start of my new life in the United States. And then Hitomi-san and I married March 2003, just before we came to the United States. So, for us coming to the US, kind of long, honeymoon. But, and I'm still here. And so March 2023, we married. So this marriage is, in a sense, kind of end of my life as a bachelor, right? And then start of a new life as a husband, right? Same way, Takato, my oldest son Takato was born May 5th, 2005, 050505, easy to remember. So that day, my new life as a father started. Without child, I cannot be father. Same way, because of my wife marriage, I can be a husband. So that is another Buddhist meaning. I put that in the Sean's message, dependent origination. Dependent origination. So things can exist, start being because of the situation or relationship. So during the pandemic, so pandemic started, especially California, shelter in place, started March 2020. And then, that time I had a longer hair, but all, barbers closed, right? So that's why I went to Target, I got a clipper, and then started, shaving my head. So that May 2020 is the end of my longer, life, with longer hair. And then start of my, shorter hair, which Hitomi-san doesn't like. Always when something ends, something new starts, right? Something ends, something new. Or in other words, without ending something, we cannot start anything, right? So those end and the start, kind of something inseparable. Then let me use this analogy, idea to our life. So each of you has a birthday. And then, so that's the start of your new life. So maybe, in other words, maybe you have a previous life before you start a new life. And then, sooner or later, although we don't know when, but someday our life will end. And then what happened once our life ends? Our life in this world, in this samsara ends. Maybe some idea is nothing. End. Period. Nothing happens after we die. So maybe that's one way to look at the end of our life. But, especially Jodo Shinshu or Pure and Buddhism, again, so ending our life, okay, that is a new start. Start of our new life. That is under our Jodo Shinshu or Pure and Buddhist understanding take of end of our life. So end of our life means kind of ending our life as a Bonbu, unenlightened being, or life, dealing with so many challenges, difficulties. We can kind of complete that life in this samsara. And then with the guidance, embrace compassion of Buddha or other power. That's when we are born in the pure realm of truth or nirvana. And then that's as soon as ending, life in this samsara, and then start a new life in the Pure Land, or as a Buddha. So this is the idea of Pure Land Buddhism, how to interpret end of a life, which is really, for many of us, really difficult to deal with or accept, interpret my own death or death of our loved ones. So again, things has kind of basically neutral, open to any interpretation, right? So this is how Pure Land Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu Buddhism, kind of try to understand, interpret, the issue of death. It's not the just end of everything, nothing after, but no. So Pure Land Buddhism, end of life, is a kind of start of new life as a Buddha, and then we go to the Pure Land. So. And then, so this is Amida Buddha's vow, Amida Buddha's aspiration. Buddha has aspiration, wish. These things happen, so that we not just ending this life, but the Buddha wishes, aspires each of us to start a new life as a Buddha in the realm of nirvana or Pure Land. And then, why? What does it mean for us to start a new life as a Buddha, go to the Pure Land, and then become a Buddha? What does it mean? So let me use this analogy, because today is a graduation service. So Hiroshima University, which I attended, IBS, I also went, and then Ryukoku University, and the UC Berkeley, just across the street, and then Stanford in the Bay Area, Columbia University, then Harvard University. So I could say, I went to those schools. I went to those schools. I showed a picture of graduation, and I mentioned I went to IBS. I graduated from IBS many years ago. But, Sensei, you went to Harvard? Sensei, you went to Columbia? Especially Stanford, Harvard, those are private schools. Tuition is very, expensive. So, but as an expression, I went to, these schools. What does it mean? Did I just visit those schools, or I enrolled or completed the courses? Maybe this English expression, I went to IBS, I went to Harvard, can be interpreted in two ways. So, but of course, I went to those schools, means I, completed the, academic works, and then received the diploma, a certificate from those schools. In other words, I just visited. I sometimes go, work to the UC Berkeley. And then, before I visited Harvard and then Columbia University. And then what does it mean? I went to Hiroshima University, I went to IBS, I went to Ryukoku University. What does it mean? So I enrolled those schools. And then I, took classes, lectures. And then I wrote, thesis. And then I, expand knowledge by receiving advanced education at those institutes, schools. And then that's kind of benefiting myself, right? Receiving education and then to benefit myself. That is one aspect of education, or go to the, advanced, higher education. But the purpose is not just receiving education, but practically speaking, today, 3 graduates, they are talking about their future, right? To actualize their future or future occupation, they go to, college or university to receive education. So in other words, receiving education, college, there is a future plan, right? Kind of returning what we learned. We kind of receive education, then return to the community, and then provide a service or help people. Right? So going to the Pure Land. Yeah. So one sense, yeah, as a Buddhist, the goal of Buddhism is for us to become a Buddha. To become a Buddha, according to one explanation, is liberation from this samsara, liberation from this life of suffering, difficulties, challenges. So to become a Buddha is kind of liberation from samsara, life of suffering, for my sake, my benefit, kind of benefit myself. And then another aspect of going to the Pure Land is, and then what does it mean for us to become a Buddha? Yeah. Golden body and then kind of quietly doing a meditation? No. Yeah. According to Jodo Shinshu or Mahayana Buddhist tradition, help others. Yeah. To help others, provide a guidance to other people is Mahayana idea. Yeah. Vehicle, right? Going to the destination all together with other people. That is a Mahayana idea. So that's why once we become a Buddha, and then the next thing we should do is coming back to this busy, difficult world of samsara, and then start providing help, guidance, spiritual support to those still suffering in this samsara. That is the purpose of becoming a Buddha. And then that is Amida Buddha's vow. I know Amida Buddha is too busy to help guide all those so many people here, right? So that's why he needs a team, right? So more people join Team Amida Buddha. Each of you become a Buddha, and then coming back this world, and then you do a life as a Buddha to provide a guidance, help other people. So that is the meaning of returning or becoming a Buddha. In a sense, so how people come back to me, to this world. I know there are many different ways people come back as a Buddha to provide a guidance. I'm showing some, passages, pages of scriptures. So this is a service book. But this service book we can find Shakyamuni Buddha's words. Today we had a Jusege Sutra chanting, originally delivered by Shakyamuni Buddha. So he passed away over 2,500 years ago. But we hear his, voice in the form of language as we chant the sutra. So this is Shoshinge. Once a month, we chant the Shoshinge, which is the kind of summary of Jodo Shinshu teaching made by Shinran Shonin, Venerable Shinran, founder of our school. He also passed away many years ago, over 800 years ago, he passed away. He's not here, but as we chant Shinran Shonin's writing, then we can hear, a voiceless voice of Shinran Shonin as we, read or chant sutra. So there are many different guidance or hear the voiceless voice of the, deceased. And then this is my bacha. My grandmother, she passed away, many years ago. But occasionally I have a, memorial service, remember her. And then that's how I hear, her voice, or maybe I sense her presence. So I shared some, words of graduates. They received Dharma education, which is the gift from Shakyamuni Buddha, gift of Shinran Shonin, and then through Dharma school teachers, they received, guidance from Shakyamuni Buddha, Shinran Shonin, who passed away many, many years ago in this, country, United States, 21st century. So all those people received hear the voice of Shakyamuni Buddha, receive the spirit of Shinran Shonin here. And then, although Thich Nhat Hanh is not the Jodo Shinshu, but I like his, appreciation, interpretation of Dharma. He passed away a couple years ago. I believe just right before he passed away, this is what he said. Tomorrow, I will continue to be, but you will have to be very attentive to see me. He's talking about after he passed away. I will be a flower, I will be a leaf, I'll be in these forms, and then I will say hello to you. If you're attentive enough, you will recognize me, and then you may greet me. I'll be very happy. So this is the words Thich Nhat Hanh. I see something similar. So Buddha Dharma is not only at the temple. In our everyday life, we live a life surrounded by many Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Dharma calling. So depending on how attentive, how mindful we are, then we can realize, we can discover so many Dharma calling, Dharma lessons, Buddhas, Bodhisattvas all around us. Maybe even your enemies could be your Bodhisattva teaching you some sort of Dharma, guidance, Dharma lessons. So again, depending on how flexible our minds are, or how flexible our eyes or open our eyes are, then we can find many different meanings, in the event, people in our everyday life. So Buddha Dharma is a very important kind of gift, power to cultivate, deepen, nurture our eyes or heart so that we can see so many, different meanings, depths of many, many different things. So, so that's why I picked this hymn by Reverend Venerable Shinran. So, although people, the end of life, someday we have to complete this life, but that's not the end of everything. There is a continuation. We can be still connected with, and then we start a new life as a Buddha to provide a guidance as a people. So, in other words, we survivors, people living here, try to be attentive, kind of mindful, so that we can get many, many wonderful Dharma gift lessons in our everyday life. Hi. Okay, so this is my Dharma message for today. I'd like to conclude my message reading this hymn one more time. So if you can, please put your hands together in Gassho. Those who reach the pure end of tranquility return to this samsaric world of the five defilements, where, like the Buddha Shakyamuni, they benefit sentient beings without limit. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I'd like to say thank you to all those who have made today's service possible. First is Karen Sensei. She's not here doing a Dharma School activity, but thank you, Karen, for being a wonderful chairperson today. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, Tara, for being a minister's assistant. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Then thank you, live streaming team behind the door in the library for your help for today's live streaming service. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, Dharma School teachers, for your guidance for Dharma School students. And then thank you for Dharma School parents for bringing your kids to the school today. ありがとうございました。Then thank you, DI, and then also Sara-san for playing the wonderful Gasa today. ありがとうございました。And then thank you, May Toban monthly group. I think this month we have five Sundays. Thank you very much for your help, support to feed us after the service. ありがとうございました。Thank you very much. So this concludes today's service. Thank you everyone who joined the service today in person and then virtually. ありがとうございました。So see you next week.